Hey, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Hi, YouTube family. Maria here to talk about goals for 2021. Speaking of which, I have a goal, which is to grow my YouTube channel to 1,000 amazing subscribers by my birthday, which falls during the springtime of next year. So please, please, please support and subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, I thank you in advance. Okay, so today's live topic is on goals, obviously. Like I promised, all my lives are going to be about goal setting for 2021. And today's topic is on developing a strong bounce back rate, which in a word form is really just considered resilience. Developing a strong resilience to the things that get thrown at you when you are business building or when you are achieving a really important goal in your life, whether that be being certified in something, or maybe you are working on a really big project, or maybe you're working towards getting promoted. So having a really strong resilience and being able to bounce back in any kind of challenge or really hard time during this journey of achieving your goal is probably one of the biggest things that you want to develop in 2021, because no matter the system, no matter the program, no matter what roadmap you're going to be learning and implementing, you are going to be facing some really challenging tasks that are different from what you would normally do, right? So anytime you're going into a goal, which means it's something that's important to you to achieve, you're going to be putting yourself in a place where you're asking yourself to expand into a higher version of yourself, expand into a higher financial bracket. Let's say you want to expand out into a bigger career level, having that promotion. Or let's say you are really wanting to lose some weight and have 2021 your sexiest, most fit year ever. You're going to be asking your body and your mind to be handling food differently, which is a whole new relationship with how to eat, how to take care of your body, self-care practices. And these new ways of implementing life or career or health or business is the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to fail. You don't know if you're going to succeed. You don't know what will they say when you start going out there with this. You don't know what kind of ridicule that might come along with whatever it is that you're working towards. There are so many unknown factors in achieving goals, especially the big ones, the life-changing big ones, that what happens with the brain is that anything unknown, guys, the brain will go into protection mode. And how it protected itself historically, eons and eons ago during caveman days, is that it would fill your mind up with the fight or flee chemicals, right? That would either make you fight or make you flee. And usually those feelings come with the feelings of fear, doubt, worry. And now in modern day times, it comes in that fear, doubt, and worry. And you are left with the fight or flee tendencies when things become really difficult or challenging. Because your brain was wired that way, right? Your brain was wired to protect itself and protect itself from the unknown of life, the unknown of whatever it is that you're asking yourself to achieve in this new phase of life. So what is it then? What's the magic pill? Well, the magic pill is really accepting the fact that that is how the brain works, that anytime you are asking yourself to accomplish something big, grand, important, life-changing, your brain is always going to throw in these protective chemicals. I think it's cortisone, is the stress hormone or stress chemical, brain chemical that it will bathe your brain in so that it kind of gets into that fight or flee, puts in fear, doubt, and worry into your mind so that you can almost stop doing this thing, achieving the goal, stop running this business that you've always wanted, stop putting yourself out there as as a business owner, as a marketer online, as a salesperson online, or stop with trying to lose 20 pounds or trying to find a new relationship because your relationship before was awful and now you have this desire to find a really well-rounded relationship, and your brain will tell you to stop so that it kind of stays in that comfortable, more predictive reality, right? So anytime you create goals, your reality becomes unpredictable. And your brain is like, what the fuck am I going to do with all of these unpredictable situations? I cannot have this. Some people also call that the ego. Whatever you call it, it is what it is. It just happens. Anytime you ask yourself to go from 50,000 to 100,000, 100,000 to 200,000. Let's say you go to 100,000 up to 500,000. Every single increase of financial wealth, 500,000 to 1,000,000, your brain is going to be like, oh my God, am I even capable of managing all of that? Right? Am I capable of managing all the success? What if I fail? The drop of being so successful down to being a failure is bigger, right? So it does a lot of things to your brain. It makes you start thinking all sorts of ways so that you don't create an environment of unpredictability. And that's what the brain does. The brain really wants it to be comfortable. It wants things to be predictable. And life is really unpredictable, and that's the fun of it. So how to get out of this whole funk when your brain starts thinking this way? How do you get out of it? And how do you create that quick bounce back rate? And how do you really accept the fact that this is just a part of growth? Having growth in any kind of phase in your life, in any chapter in your life, in any category in your life, will always have these fears and doubts and worry. And how do you really move past that? Well, number one, you want to be of service. So in the business building niche, right? Let's say you want to start a new business, or maybe you are in business now and you are asking yourself, well, how do I be consistent in attracting leads to myself? What do I have to do? And what do I need to set for myself so that I can attract leads consistently? Well, you need to be of service to get out of the funk of attracting leads, right? Attracting and doing outreach. You have to be of service. So one of the things I do have my clients do is start engaging with the people in their audience. And once I start putting these seeds in their heads of, hey, this is a part of your business because you're a business on social media, and most of your clients are going to come specifically from social media. So what are you going to do to maximize traffic to you? Well, you got to do some outreach. And I kid you not, every time I say that phrase, you need to go out and engage. You need to go out and do outreach. Fear. I can just feel the fear. I can feel the worry. I can feel the doubt. I can feel the, oh my God, I'm going to get rejected. Oh my God, am I going to sound crazy? Oh my God, what are they going to tell me? All of these fears start popping up in their head because it's an unpredictable situation. First of all, they've never done it, right? Or maybe they have, and not to the capacity that I'm going to train them to do. So the environment becomes very unpredictable, and it becomes one of those things where they would rather just sit in their comfort zone and not do anything, or maybe do a little bit. Now, if you're trying to land clients and you're trying to sell your program, trying to grow your business, what are you going to do when the time comes for you to do the activity to attract those people? Are you going to sit in your comfort zone, or are you going to release yourself to do the thing? And and this is the part of how quickly do you bounce back from the fear? How quickly are you able to get back to your why, your strong why as to why you're doing everything, and really going into the passion behind what you're doing. What is it that you love so much about this thing that you do? So one of the things that I love to do is I love inspiring other people. I just really enjoy conversing with people that is kind of like-minded like me, and just really need an insight on how to be profitable online, or how to streamline all the to-dos for running a business. Because when you go into the online space, you don't really necessarily know what to work on first. You don't know if you need to work on branding. You don't know if you need to work on your systems. You don't know if you need to work on virtual terminals. You don't know, do I need a corporation right now? Do I need an operating agreement? And there's so many things that, a lot of gurus, what they will do is they'll throw out all of these things to do. And there's so many gurus that have different types of roadmap that people don't necessarily know what to work on first. So I help them with understanding that. But what comes with that is the unpredictability that I'm really pretty much causing for them. Like I'm causing, well, I've never done that. Yes, you've never done it. But the moment it becomes more predictable to you, then it becomes more clockwork. Hey, today I'm doing many outreaches. How many people did I reach out today? How many people said yes? How many people said no? And it just becomes more of you're just eating lunch, eating dinner. A part of that, you're doing, and the predictability is grown there. And that part, the doing part in all of this is really what bridges the gap from the fear to the accomplishment of the goal. It really bridges the gap, the doing part. And I think also the doing part, what it does, it allows you to create the predictability of the thing you were never really accustomed to doing in the first place, right? So for example, outreach, if you've never done outreach and your coach goes and tells you, hey, this is a part of the program, now you have to start doing outreach. The predictability factor in doing outreach, if you've never done it, is zero. You don't know what to predict. You don't know what the people are going to tell you. You don't know how often you're going to reject it. You don't know what's going to happen if I do get rejected, and how am I going to feel about it, right? And how am I going to validate it with all of my past beliefs of what happened to me when I was a child? Or am I going to move past it? And can I overcome it? How much will it tear me down? Like all of these unpredictabilities, when you do it, becomes discovered. You really discover the predictability of all of it. So it's a beautiful thing. It's always a beautiful thing when you what's the saying? When you face your fears. Facing your fears creates a strong character. And another thing of how to become resilient and bounce back quickly is knowing your higher vision. What is the higher vision of your business? What is the higher vision of your life? What is the higher vision of who you are and how you show up? Who do you want to become, right? Do you want to live a life where all you do is work for someone else and you never actually self-actualize your goals? You never self-actualized your calling, and you never honored your feelings and your intuition. One of the cool things about being in business is that you have the power to honor your intuition and honor your feelings. And the moment you start honoring your intuition and your feelings, that is when you become truly confident in who you are. And I learned that firsthand. I talk about intuition all the time. If you guys watch my videos religiously, intuition for me is like oxygen. Without my intuition, I don't think I could live. I'd be a zombie out here. But my business has really introduced me and reacquainted me to my intuition. And that has given me the power to stay connected to my higher vision. So anytime I'm down and out about the results I got for whatever month, whatever week, whatever day, I always turn in and look into my intuition to see, why am I doing this? What is it that my intuition needs me to learn right now? Be of service, number one. What is your passion? Reacquaint yourself with your passion. Number three, you want to remember your higher vision. And I added in remembering your higher vision with learning and turning inward and asking your intuition to remind you of what your higher vision is. Your intuition will help you with pushing you forward in that capacity. So I hope that helps. Resilience is something you build in life. You develop the character of resilience. I also think that when you go through hardship, you develop a natural sense of being able to handle things. This thing right here is kind of crooked. It's kind of bothering me. I'm going to move it up. There you go. There you go. It's not decorated yet. This is my office Christmas tree. I'm going to decorate it here and it's going to look even better. So, I think when people go through hardships in life, they're a lot more well-equipped to handle the stuff that happens. Again, let's say, you go through a really, really tough childhood. Like you've pretty much had to learn your own capacity to take care of yourself at a very, very young age. And when you learn that at a young age, it becomes clockwork for you to take care of yourself at 20, at 30, at 40, at 50. Obviously, it differs from person to person, but for the most part, anyone who's really developed resilience at a young age is because they've gone through some really hard things that has forced them to become that resilient person. And the people that kind of get handed things to them, kind of like, parents that had babied their children and kind of did everything for them, I think those are the kind of children that grow up to be adults who are entitled, who work for very little, but expect the whole gamut. I don't know what the hell that is. That's the first thing that came to mind. But, those kind of people where they do things for very minimal effort, but expecting a huge payback. And in the world of business building, one of the really debilitating things is that kind of attitude. The expectation of, well, I did this thing. Why am I not getting results? You got to keep doing it, right? And you got to take a look at the energy you're extending. Are you coming from a place of fear? Are you coming from a place of desperation? Are you coming from a place of down and out, right? And that's where resilience and having a strong bounce back rate is probably one of the things that is so important in achieving your goals for 2020. So I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Again, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I will see you guys again here in my next live. Have a great week. Cool.